You want the story? Alright. Grab a hot cocoa, or whatever passes for cocoa in your timeline. This one's about Loki, yes, that Loki, and the Christmas he tried to steal. I was there. Well, I might have been on surveillance. Maybe hard to say. Now there's this tiny Midgardian town called Winterford. Charming little place filled with twinkly lights, tuneful songs, people being nice. Loki hated it. I mean, really hated it. I watched him stand dramatically on a snowy hill with his cape blowing in the wind like he was posing for a magazine called Moody Norse Demigods Monthly. He looked down at the town and said, "Why are they all so disgustingly happy?" Classic Loki. If joy were a person, he'd push it off a cliff. But I knew why Christmas bothered him. He'd never admit it, but I've seen his past. All those little moments, wanting to belong, wanting to be seen, feeling like the odd one out at every feast. It's hard to love a holiday built on warmth when you grew up feeling cold. But anyway, try telling him that. He stomped back into his lair muttering, "That's it, I'm stealing Christmas, all of it, every sparkly, noisy, sentimental piece." Sure enough, he meant it. So Loki conjures himself a sleigh, of course he does. But does he pick reindeer? Oh no. Shadow wolves made of starless void. Real festive. He slinks into Winterford in the dead of night, using more sneaky tricks than he ever bothered to use while working at the TVA. He steals the lights, he steals the stockings, he steals those giant inflatable snowmen. Good call, honestly. He even ate half the cookies. Quality testing, he said. I watched the whole thing on my tempad, sipping coffee like it was a documentary. Just as Loki was swiping the town's main tree, a little voice said, "Are you the Christmas goblin?" I nearly spit out my drink. There she was, little Morgan. Loki froze, Macbeth. "I am not a goblin," he hissed. "I'm a god." She just nodded, "Okay, goblin." I wish you could have seen his face. I really do. She tilted her head. "Why are you taking Christmas?" And here's the thing, Loki could have lied, he could have vanished, he could have turned into a squirrel and fled. Instead he sighed. Because Christmas isn't for people like me. That one stung, even from where I was watching. Morgan blinked. "Daddy says everyone deserves Christmas, even sad goblins." Loki gasped, "I told you, I am not." But she walked right up and took his hand, tiny fingers curling around his. "You can spend Christmas with us," she said. "We saved you a spot." And for a second, just one, he didn't look like the trickster. He looked like the boy I'd seen in the timelines, the one who wanted family, a place at the table, warmth. Still, Loki dragged that sleigh up the mountain, muttering the whole way. Invited to Christmas. Ridiculous, absurd, sentimental nonsense. But when morning came and Winterford woke up, no screaming, no panic, just singing. They celebrated anyway. No presents, no problem, no feast, they'd improvise. No giant inflatable snowman, they seemed relieved actually. Loki watched from the cliff. He saw them smiling together without needing the things he stole. I swear I saw his aura flicker, a little spark of warmth. He clutched his chest dramatically, shouting, "What is happening to me? Am I dying?" I checked the temp pad. Nope. Just his heart growing a few metaphorical sizes. Loki zoomed back down the mountain, yelling, "Move! Unexpected counter growth incoming!" He unloaded every bag, replaced every gift, fixed decorations he'd broken, made the tree look like something out of a celestial dream. Then he stood there awkwardly holding a ham. "I apologize," he said, softly. Winterfur didn't care. They welcomed him instantly. And that night, in a warm little house with Mr. Stark cooking and Morgan curled against his side, Loki sat at a real family table. He carved the roast. He passed the pudding. He smiled. "Don't tell him I told you." And for the first time in all the timelines I've seen, Loki belonged. So yeah, that's the story. The god who stole Christmas, only to realize he'd really just wanted to be part of one. People don't change easily, but Loki, he tries. And sometimes, trying is enough to grow a heart 3 sizes.
Things were supposed to rhyme.